What the fuck are you guys doing?
Hello and welcome to the 17th in a Slice podcast, where we talk about nonsense and mostly video games. It's January 29th. My name's Will.
I'm Nato!
Why?
Why? Look at what you did to the
I
audio!
just wanted to see what would happen.
What do you expect?
I just wanted to see what would happen.
Dumbass.
I'd be excited for our podcast.
Anyways, and who are you? You gotta introduce yourself.
I'm Tyler.
Oh my god.
I want to know if
Anyways, we're just keeping going.
I don't think we should keep going.
No, we're going.
All
We're
right.
going. So our first topic is Space Force.
Okay.
Tell me about Space Force.
Why is this the way we do things?
Because he's an old crotchety, grumpy old man who's drinking his coffee and he's given up on life.
I have given up on you two, not life. Tell me about Space Force, damn it. I don't know what the topic's about.
Well, in Trump's America,
Okay, I heard that Trump wants to make Space Force. That's all I've heard.
Okay.
that's all you need to know.
So basically, they can whatever comes out of Trump's mouth, they can make a TV show out of now.
Oh, you showed me a trailer.
Yes.
Now I remember.
Yes.
That looks fantastic.
Okay,
It
so
showed us nothing, but it's fantastic.
to explain, Netflix has a new Netflix original
Coming soon.
called Space Force. And I think what it's like
They're spent on The Office.
it's basically going to be an office space military thing, but it was like they're there to protect space and other space related tasks.
No, protect satellites, I think. And
Well,
other
I think it said
space-related
other
stuff.
space-related tasks.
Yes,
Didn't it? It
yeah.
was fantastic.
It was
It's
the actual quote, but it's Steve Carell plus the writers of The Office, and it's just going to be amazing.
It
And
could
everyone's been bitching that they want The Office to come back, but I think this is their way of kind of bringing it back
be,
almost.
well, it'll either be amazing or it'll just be shit.
Yeah. I think they can run with a lot of stuff.
It's a Netflix show, so it goes both ways.
I feel like it'll either be really good or it'll last a season and we'll all forget about it.
Like I said, it's a Netflix show.
Yeah.
Netflix has this thing where they're like, "Oh, look at all the great shows we have."
Two are good.
By the way, we're losing money because we keep making shows that nobody's watching.
They're like I think they're almost $1 billion in debt right now.
Oh.
Netflix is?
Womp womp.
Yeah.
You don't need a new show every week, Netflix. It's okay.
Also,
I know, right?
Also, it was funny. So was it last podcast we talked about Netflix raising its prices by $2, right?
I don't think it was last podcast. But
Last
we did
one,
talk
maybe
about
the one
last-
before.
last.
We've mentioned it before, yes.
So they're raising their prices up by $2, and then when I was logging into my Hulu, I got a nice notification saying, "We know things are great and all here on Hulu, so we're lowering the price by $2."
Oh, look at that
that.
Hulu.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well,
Granted,
look,
I have the basic bitch edition where I still have to watch
I
commercials
hate
and stuff.
that. I hate that with the passion of 1,000 suns.
Well, hopefully, with now it being $2 less, now I can afford that.
No, see, no, you're
And
not
I don't
paying for it.
I don't even pay for
No.
it, but the person who's paying for it, maybe they can actually afford the non-commercial version.
I really need to, because I know someone who has the non-commercial version, and they share it with my dad. I need to get them to share it with me.
Yeah.
You just ask your dad for the password.
My dad doesn't know how to do technology
Oh,
stuff. He's 70.
Okay.
What do you want?
And you bought him an Alexa. How did that work out for you?
He shouts at it to play Beethoven, and it plays Beethoven. It's so great, actually.
Because it actually listens to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of you're like, no!
Yeah, like me.
I don't want to hear Beethoven again.
Beethoven!
Then Chopin!
Anyways,
I'm excited for Space Force. I bet it's funny.
I bet it is.
I mean, granted, it was just an announcement. It didn't show anything. It
I
just
know.
literally was just a quote and said, Space Force, coming soon, Netflix. Steve Carell.
Yep.
And that's it. And everyone's like, yay! And I'm kind of yay also, but I really want to see like a pilot of something. I want to see something. I give it like a year or two before we actually get it.
Probably so. At least, well,
I'm pretty sure he said that, and then like Steve Carell like picked up his phone and like called and was like, I got it. I know what we can do next. Now who's gonna be stupid enough to buy our idea? And then Netflix is there.
Yeah.
Netflix is like, we'll spend money on
pressed
anything.
against the glass like
What the fuck is wrong with
throw
you guys?
money at you. Anyways,
Anyways,
So-
what?
I don't know. How you feeling today, Nato?
I feel better than I did yesterday.
Yeah, you had balmy breath. It really made me almost hurl at work
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I'm glad that you believed me and didn't think I was just trying to go
Oh,
home from work.
I thought you were completely bullshitting me, and then you actually ran away, and I'm like, oh, this might be a real Code Green.
Yeah, so,
Code Green. Or code whatever color the food was he ate.
it was
brown.
I ate a salad.
Yeah, it was Code Green then.
Kind of.
So I threw up 3 times at work yesterday. Well, technically 4. I threw up 3 times in a toilet yesterday.
Yeah.
I
The
threw
last
up
time
once.
I threw up, I didn't throw up in a
I
toilet.
threw up once outside of a customer's house also.
Yeah, that's exciting. I bet they woke up the next day and went, ew.
Well, so what I did is I parked between the 2 houses
Uh-huh.
and then threw up in the street.
Almost as bad as what you did outside your house, Will. You did
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, one day I was driving to my house that's an hour from here. House?
Yes.
After work, late at night, and I was feeling kind of squeamish, like halfway there, and I'm feeling more and more squeamish the closer I get. I have no idea why, but I, pull up, open my door to my car, and go, oh, puke's gonna happen now. Right in the street in front of my house.
At least
They
it was
left
the
it,
street.
and then it's still there. And this is what...
No, it's not.
It got mostly washed away, but I swear I saw
It's
it last time I
completely
was
washed
there.
away. You're full of shit.
Last time I was there, I swear I saw it.
You swore you did, but it wasn't there.
He's just hopeful.
Yeah, I know.
Eternal vomit.
That's Tyler's new username.
I was gonna say that's my new grunge band name.
Oh my goodness. Puke is fun.
Yeah. But it was awesome, super slow, and then all of a sudden, you're just acting fun all day, and I'm just kind of chilling, waiting for my last, 10 minutes before I had to clock off finally, and you're like, I don't feel so good. I'm like, ha ha, because every time that happens, everyone says, I don't feel so good, I need to go home, and then you guys joke about it.
Of
So
course.
then when NATO said it, I didn't believe him.
Yeah.
Then he got up, and he's
The
like,
boy
so
who cried sick.
then he walked away, and then he came back, he's like, so I threw up. I'm like, nah, I threw up, and then he's like, I'm gonna go throw up again, and I'm like, okay, he might be actually telling the truth this one time.
So the third time I threw up, he came in
Yeah.
to check on me.
So you ran in there, and I'm like, oh god, time to be a boss. I walk over to the closing supervisor, and I'm like, so he's throwing up in the bathroom. Is there a chance we can maybe get his shift covered if this is if it might have been a one-time thing, or if it was if it's bad? And they're like, so I went and talked to the other driver, and the other driver sort of said yes and no at the same time.
Anyways.
And so they're like, well, am I doing it or not? I'm like, well, let me go ask him. I walk through the door and I wait, and I don't hear anything, so I slowly push open the door, and I say, hey, NATO, and he's,
Yeah, it was timed perfectly. He was like, hey, Nate, and then it was just like,
and I'm like, how's it going, buddy?
I hear kind of oh, okay. That was confirmation that I was not faking it.
Yep. And then,
And then the distinctive noise of vomit hitting water. In
no,
the
I didn't
toilet.
hear anything. I just heard dry heaving.
Oh.
It wasn't right even.
I didn't hear anything else, really. But I'm happy, because if I hear someone else vomit, it
It's
makes me
because of
want to vomit.
those water-saving, super flush toilet things. Yeah.
Okay.
I threw up once yesterday and laughed. I was like, oh, that was a good one. that was a lot.
Who does that?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
so-
but...
Let's end the vomit topic.
But what did you eat to cause it, NATO? I want everyone to know what you were an idiot of doing.
I had nachos.
Yeah, but what about the nachos that made you sick?
So, it was the bottom, you put in Tupperware, put it in the fridge. Because we had tacos the night before. They were good. They didn't make me sick. Maybe they did, but not enough. And then I ate more. Anyway, I scooped the last of the hamburger meat, put it on chips with cheese. Nachos.
Yeah.
And I noticed there was a lot of grease at the bottom of it. And I was like, who cares? I'm young. I'm in the prime of my life.
NATO, what did I tell you? Once you hit 25, it's downhill.
Grease has never made me puke.
Okay, I said this last night, and I probably shouldn't say that, but there's something about seeing grease in a toilet bowl that came from your stomach that is weird.
I mean, we're just kind of floating around.
Yeah,
on
well,
top of water.
you can Yeah, you can tell grease is in water because it's got that grease look.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Well,
That's
it's surrounded by all
way
the
of
other
putting
vomit.
it. But
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
So, speaking of work, but not puking at work, we were overpaid.
Oh, well, 2 out of the 3 were.
Yeah.
Not me.
Oh, right, because you don't make minimum wage. You make like 40 cents more than minimum wage or something.
Yep. I'm the assistant manager now.
But anyway, so we were overpaid, and it was like $25.
Mine was like $24 and change.
I think mine was 25 and like 10 cents or something.
So, think like some employees got paid, like the highest one that got overpaid was $44.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, that will have been
Cut
someone
loose-
who was full
Cut
time.
Loose Junior.
Yeah, so she's full time, so that's why.
No, Cut Loose Junior.
Oh, Junior.
Junior.
How did that happen?
It's
Never-
based off. Yeah,
Anyways, doesn't matter.
It's more or less, yeah. So more or less,
They made a mistake with their
someone
payroll.
got fired. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Well, let's think about that.
This is just the problem.
We had 20 employees that got overpaid $25 each. So think
Something
about
like
how
that.
much that is per. And
Yeah, I
it was
know, but
company-wide.
they're getting all their money back.
Well, did you guys actually read the letter?
Yeah, they threatened to sue us.
Yeah, no, they
No, they
threatened that they'll
threatened-
fire you.
Well, they
if
did threaten to sue us, but they threatened to fire us and sue us if we didn't give them their money back. Which I want to look up. I swear to God, there's probably a law to deal with getting overpaid.
Right.
That protects the companies.
It probably protects the individual. We do live in California, as everyone puts it.
Yeah.
We're not in a union, though.
It's true. But anyways, I want to look that up. I'm curious. I really should have looked it up for the podcast. That'd have been a good thing to talk about.
Oh,
But anyways,
yeah, imagine that being prepared.
right?
me and my manager we were like, is there anyone who's going to really give any pushback about this? And we're like, no, not really. Not even. He only got overpaid like $5. And we were like, and like our manager was like, well, and I'm like, well, he's like, that's not that much. I'm like, well, according to him, that's 1 bottle of alcohol for him. So
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that mean a lot to him.
Anyways, that doesn't matter. That's a completely different topic.
It's a side
The
story.
great thing about this is they offered to let us pay it back with a payment plan.
Yeah, instead of all
At once. So they're like, we'll deduct it from your next check, or you can deduct it from any number of checks you want. Write it in. And I'm so disappointed. None of us thought to just write in a ridiculously high
The one
number.
person who didn't get overpaid immediately thought of the idea. What to do.
I know. I go in there. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just give all the money back my
Right,
next
it's
check.
$25. Who cares?
I come out to bitch to Tyler, and he's like, "You should have done 24 payments of $1." And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so stupid."
He did the same thing to me. I went in there,
Every employee that
signed the
came in-
thing, went whatever. I'll just give it back. I walk out, and Tyler goes, "So did you decide to give it back to him in like 25 payments?" And I'm like, "Why didn't I do that?" To be fair, one employee got overpaid $20 or $21 or something,
And they're
and chose to
doing
give
$5.
it back in
$5.
4 increments.
Yeah, like $5 payments or something.
Yeah,
like that.
well, 4 payments is what it was.
Something like that. I can't
So
remember.
like $5.22 or something.
But he did that as a serious thing and
Yeah.
not as a joke.
Right, which is also even more hilarious.
So I didn't want to be the asshole that actually suggested that and make someone actually do that. So I always waited for after all the employees that would actually like talk to me.
I would have totally done it. I would have put
I
down.
know. That's why I
totally
didn't
done
tell
it.
you right
I would have
away.
put down like 100 payments.
I wanted in penny disbursements.
No, that would be about a quarter.
By the time I don't work here, I'll still owe you money.
Yep. Because they just told us to write it in. They didn't give us any restriction on it.
Yep.
See, what you do is you get it under $20, and then they can't sue you
What?
because you can't go to court under $20.
Can you even go to court for anything under like a $500? Isn't it
It's
$500 is small claims or something?
I thought you could take someone to small claims for over $20, but I could be wrong. Because what do I know? I'm not a lawyer.
Right.
You're just a pukey driver
I'm just a simple delivery driver.
that throws up in their customers' street.
It's not
Yeah.
the first time. It won't be the last.
So
No.
the only other story that I've got from work for this week,
It's just the work section.
yeah, we're talking about work for a while here, is I'm not a thief.
Is that...
I don't know what that is.
So you don't know what that is. No, Nato knows what that is, but he knows it as I chose the wrong time to follow Will outside.
Okay, so it's been...
Oh, is this yesterday when I was yelling at you? and I was super mad?
No, this was 2 days ago. 3 days ago? 3 days
I
ago.
forget. It was a few days.
It was Saturday. So, I love Northern California because, specifically, I guess, Redding, the winters are so
Peaceful.
mild. It's like, On Friday and Saturday, it was 70 degrees.
So it's not Northern California you love. What you love is the valley.
Yes. I love the Sacramento Valley. It's amazing. I can
Except for when it rains.
Yeah, well, that's another story. But I
love the mountains. I'm good with snow.
I can wear shorts in January. The problem with it being 70 degrees is that all of the beggars come out.
Yeah.
Come out of the woodworks.
As soon as it was... Because, like, for the past, like, week, we've had 70-degree weather every day, which is super nice.
Yes.
Oh,
But the thing is, the homeless population has, like, tripled.
Yeah, see, like, where we're from up north, originally, when it gets, like, into the winter, they just disperse because it's too
They disappear.
cold. It's too cold for them. But
we're from in the mountains, Tyler and I, and where we lived, it was like, we'd have a few homeless people in the summer, and they were, like,
And
the
mainly transients.
hippie. They were hippies.
Yeah.
And they're not that... Like, they'll come up to you and have a really weird conversation with you, but they won't be like, hey, man, I really just need, like, a bottle of alcohol or something. And, you know, they're not all... Well, they are on drugs, but they're not all freaking methed
They're
out.
basically like, peace, love, bro, or you got some pot.
Right, exactly.
My parents are paying for me
And
to
they're
go to
super
college
cool, and,
after
like...
this.
Right, and they're super cool, and it's like, you have a weird conversation with them, they ask you for some pot, and you're like, oh, no, I don't smoke, man. And they're like, that's totally cool, I'm so happy for you. But anyways, the homeless here in the valley are much worse.
They're so aggressive.
They are.
It's worse. Like, I find myself when I go to, like, Sacramento or San Francisco and I have an interaction with a homeless person, I'm like, they're so nice here. Because in Redding, they're so violent and like, oh, you're not going to give me $1? Fuck you.
Yeah.
And it's like, calm down.
Santa Cruz was the most... I almost had to get a fight with a homeless person. It was one of those, like, hey, give me money. Like, not even, can I have some money? Give me money.
Yeah, I remember
I'm
this story, yeah.
No, I don't carry cash on me. And I was walking into a Subway to get a water because I was waiting for a concert. He follows us into there. Well, if you have a card, you can pay for my meal. No, leave me alone. And all the Subway employees just kind of stood there and didn't do anything.
Right.
And I was like, you are bothering me. And they like at that point, like, wouldn't it kind of be...
They're
should've told them
not
to
going
leave.
to stick their neck out on the line for you. We live in a different area,
Yeah.
Tyler. Like, you're talking about Sacramento versus...
No, Santa Cruz.
Oh, Santa Cruz. Well, so you're talking about SoCal versus essentially Northern California. We're from a small town, too. We're from a small town. We help people out. That's a thing that happens. Big towns don't do that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm assuming if someone's harassing customers inside your establishment, you ask them to leave.
Look, they make minimum wage like us.
I know. But eventually I had to just tell them, like, step the fuck back. Leave me and me and my girlfriend alone.
But anyways,
Step the fuck back.
anyway, so
Yeah.
back to this story that I'm not a thief. So I walk outside I'm about to leave on a delivery. Wow.
Okay.
I know. And NATO, who's gotten to work early and is just following me around like a lost puppy, talking to me.
Where productivity just crashes.
Yes.
Every day.
Look, I can actually work when I'm talking to NATO.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
It goes half and half sometimes.
It's true. I didn't do
Yesterday
it
you
yesterday.
did not.
Yesterday I did not. It's true. But yesterday I was actually doing work. I was yelling at NATO about things we need to do better on Sunday.
Anyways. This is a different
Anyways.
topic.
Anyways, yeah. So...
This should be called the Anyways podcast. Because that's our, like... We've
Anyways.
gone too far, however, we have to go back anyways.
Reel it back in. Anyways.
Anyways, we walk outside, and this guy, like, full body tattoos.
Yeah, he had face tattoos, too.
Yeah, he did. Immediately walks up to us, like, walks purposefully in our direction. Like, I unlocked my car, put like, I didn't have my deliveries with me yet. I was just putting, like, all my side order shit in the car. And, I'm putting in the car, and this guy just immediately walks up to us, and NATO follows me out right at this moment. He just purposely walks up, and he's like, hey, I need a sweater.
I feel like he explained himself a little bit more than that. He wasn't just
Was
like...
he was he just like in a t-shirt or what was
No,
that?
was the first thing he said, I'm not a thief? I think the first thing he said was, I'm
Well,
not a
I think he was like, hey, guys...
thief. So, I'm not a thief. That is what it was. Okay, yeah. I'm not good at remembering stories.
He was like, I'm not a thief. My motorhome just got impounded because I ran out of gas at this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, his whole sob story.
And they won't let me get any of my stuff, and I just need somebody to walk into that thrift store over there and buy me a sweater. That's what he said.
It is. It is. You have a memory. So he did add in that the impound yard wanted $500 to get his motorhome back for the towing and storage.
Okay.
He's not getting it back.
No.
He mentioned that his wife already had a jacket, but he didn't.
Okay.
And he ended up talking to us, and I'm like, look, I'm at work. I can't just go over there. He's like, well, you got like $1 to put down, man? I'm like, no. I don't have any cash on me. But
I'm assuming he got thrown out of that thrift shop store already.
probably. The funny thing is, the first thing he came over to is like, I'm not a thief. We never accused him of being a thief.
I'm assuming that he got accused of he was going to steal there or something like that and got thrown out.
Probably. I suppose that story does have somewhat of a happy ending because, I mean, look, I feel bad for these people that this happens to because, I mean...
Because you grew up in a small mountain town that helps everyone else out?
Right, so now, part of me says, this is this own guy's fucking fault. He did this to himself. The other part of me goes, but, to be fair, he was probably put in that position by really shitty, life.
Yep.
He probably had really shitty circumstances growing up. It's just shitty. It's shitty. I feel with him a little bit. The story has a little bit of a happy ending. I saw him later in the day. He did have a sweater.
So someone else coughed up money or bought him a sweater when you didn't?
Or he stole it. I don't know. But
no, he's not a thief.
I saw him and... Or it wasn't his wife. It was his girlfriend or something. I forget.
He described her as both his wife and his girlfriend.
At one time.
See, there's cracks in this story now.
Yeah.
He's a thief. He's a thief.
At one point, he was like,
it. I'm going to take the jacket. I said, I'm not a thief.
But anyways, I saw him and his girl, whatever she was to him. They both had jackets. They both had, sweaters or whatever. So, I guess it has a somewhat happy-ish ending.
Okay.
Compared to most of the time when you see these people and they beg you for money and you're like, no, go away. Oh, speaking of people begging us for money, you remember the other night when we went to the grocery store?
Yeah, I was going to segue into that. Anyways, I
forgot about that.
Yeah, we were walking out of the store, and me and Will are also very thick-headed males. We refused to buy bags. Because, California and their 10-cent bag roll.
Or do you guys also...
We don't have just reusable bags.
You have bags here, and you're
of course. I've got, thousands of bags.
You're like, I'll just bring them in the car, and then I'll have bags, and then you forget them, and then you're like, well, I'll just throw everything in the car and bring bags out when I get home.
Yep.
Yeah, so me and Will are walking out of the grocery store late at night. This is what?
It's probably
midnight almost.
No, it's probably 10 o'clock.
No,
that was a pretty early night.
After you closed, I thought.
No, this was a night where we both got off at 7 or 8 o'clock.
Anyways, so
But anyways, it was 10 o'clock at night.
It was late. It was during the middle of the week, and we're walking out with our hands full, and what we do is we just kind of plop everything on top of the hood of the car, and Will's unlocking the doors and everything like that, and I'm trying to put the cart away. And
you guys don't use a shopping cart?
We did for this one. I forgot, but usually we just kind of throw everything on. Yeah, because I walked away from the lady very rudely.
Oh, that's right, because you wanted to put the cart back. Yeah.
So this lady is walking up to us, and I'm starting to walk towards the cart return, and she kind of walks to me. I'm like, "Oh, do you want a cart instead of?"
Yeah, I thought that's what was happening. I thought she walked up and be like, "Oh, I'll take that cart." And anyway, so we were close to the door.
Yeah.
Anyways, and
so she starts talking to me about her car.
Okay, anyways, before you go there, she was well-dressed.
Very well-dressed.
She looked like a middle-aged woman. Her hair was done. She had a nice coat. She had her daughter with her, who was probably 10 or something, wouldn't you say? She's 7, 8, maybe?
Yeah, something like
Closer
that.
to 7, 8, I think. And so,
they were both very well-dressed. She was in heels.
Well, I didn't notice that. I stood behind the car the entire time.
Oh. Yeah.
I like to put things between me and people I don't like.
People you don't know?
Well, yeah. So anyways, I'm putting stuff in the back of the car, or I'm situating something, I forget. And
you're tucking all the groceries.
Yeah, you're talking to her. I figured she just came over to get the cart from you. Because that happens all the time. People are like, oh, hey, I'll take that cart.
Yeah.
Especially when I go to Costco, that happens all the time. I'll put all my stuff in the car, and I'll go to take the car back to the cart return, and someone walking by, I'll be like...
And they're like, nope, this is mine now.
Well, they're like, I'll take the cart. And it's like, oh, sweet, thank you. I don't have to walk to the cart
Less
return
walking for
or
me,
feel
now
like an
you-
asshole.
Less walking for me, and now I can shove this churro down my throat.
Exactly.
They deep throat this churro real good.
Cinnamon.
But yeah, she says something. I was like super cranky that day, so I had like no shit for people. But like I said, do you want this crunch? She's like, no. And then I'm like, but. And I'm like, oh, she's asking for something. And I just kept on walking.
Really? That's amazing.
You want this cart? No. Okay, then we have nothing to discuss.
Yep, exactly.
That's amazing. I didn't.
And I
catch
walk
that.
over to the cart return, which is like 5 extra steps, and then she like kind of looks, and then she looks at Will, and then she starts beelining Will. I'm like, God damn it, she's going to Will now. And I notice that she's like not bugging me, so I'm like, well, this might be a few minute a conversation. So I slowly walk to the cart return for Will can shoo her away before I'm back because I don't want to look like the asshole.
Jeez, I didn't even notice you did this. You
Yep.
asshole.
Yeah. And
No,
I slowly put the cart away, and by the time I walk up to the door of the car and everything, you're already shooing her away, almost at the point of sorry.
Pretty much.
What does she want?
So she wanted money, of course.
Always.
Let's
But she like did the whole like put her daughter in front of like Will
Yeah.
to try and like, and my daughter, I have a kid right here. Feel sad, giving us money. I have a kid.
Right. Well, see, the thing is also, what if her story really did happen? This is the thing that's shitty. Is I always feel bad because what if their story's real?
The story was, for context,
Yes, so their story, for context, was her, apparently, she had a falling out with her husband or something, and
she cheated on him. No.
probably. Anyway, she had a falling
She
out with
was
her
dressed.
She's falling out with her husband, and he took all the money out of the bank account and, like, shut down their joint bank account or something, and just, like, left her and her daughter out, you know, in
And
the
they ran out
wind.
of gas or something. Also,
Right, and so, like, I guess she was out of gas or something, and she wanted enough money to stay in a hotel for the night because she didn't have anywhere to go for that night.
That's
That
asking
was her
for a
story.
lot.
Huh?
That's asking for a lot.
Yes, I know.
Because it's like $60 for a night at Motel 6.
I know, which, my response to that, when she told me that she wanted enough money for a hotel, I was like, oh, good luck. It's actually what I said to her. Because, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
like, that's $60, $70, like, that's a lot of money. You better sleep in your car.
with your daughter.
Yeah. I mean, that's not that big a deal. I've slept in a car a few times. But
But yeah, more or less, you were.
it really sucks. Like, if that story is real, I would totally help.
But you never know.
But 97% of the time, when someone comes up into a parking lot asking you for money, they're saying anything to get money from you.
Yes. Real story when up in the mountain town where we lived and everything like that, someone was sitting up there and he looked all ratty and tatty with a sign said, out of gas, need help, can't, blah, 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 have this whole thing. And I watched someone walk over, give him money, then he just puts it in his pocket, walks up to his Mustang, unlocks his car, starts up his car, and drives off.
There are people that do this as their job is to
Right,
panhandle.
yes.
They dress themselves down, and then how many times has the news
Covered it over
covered
and
it
over
where
and
they
over.
follow this person begging for money and then go to their multi-million-dollar home? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I also had the part where and this is, I think it's because all these experiences, and this was all up in our mountain town that you kind of want to help out people.
Right.
I was walking around town, someone had a sign and had a dog next to him. He's like, I haven't eaten in 2 days. My dog hasn't eaten in a day. And I said, all I want to do is have food for myself and food for my friend, my best friend.
I know what the story you're telling.
I went to Subway, ate Subway, I had half a Subway sandwich, and we ran and got a can of dog food. And we walked up to the guy and tried to give it to him. He's like, no, I want cash. And then we're like, here's food. He's like, I don't want that. As we said this, his group of friends came up with like a bunch of like, look all the money we got. Yeah, we can get alcohol or something. They said something along those lines, and then I just rolled my eyes and walked away.
I've had this happen to me before, too. I was stopping at a gas station one day before work. This was in a small town in Tennessee. And this guy just, you can tell, you make that eye contact with people, and it's like, oh, fuck, he's coming over here.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, I'm so hungry. Could you give me some money for some food? And I was like, no, I'll buy you something in there, though. And so I go in, and I was getting myself, like, a chicken sandwich or something. And so I bought him one, and I'm like, here, I bought you this. And he was like, oh, I don't want that. And I was like, cool, fuck you, bye. I was like, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
What the fuck is your problem?
Nope. It's always cash.
See, now, I've never tried to buy someone food because...
I had 2
Food, I
chicken
know at
sandwiches.
least that they won't use it. They'll at least eat it.
Right.
And, or if not, it'll be, But I'm not giving them money to help them with whatever else their alter needs are.
Well, I have somewhat of a respect for someone that's like, has a sign that's like, I want beer.
Yeah, there's a guy who actually outside of work, he's like, I'm just going to be honest with you. I just really want a cold beer. And people usually throw the guy like, here's some money and everything. He gets money actually, and it's funny when they're honest like that. I won't contribute to it,
they're
but
honest,
it's funny.
though. I don't know that they're being honest anyways. They probably just have realized that sign gets them more money.
That could be too.
Yep.
We should get off this topic. It's really depressing.
It is really depressing.
I'm going to go start panhandling. Man,
I know,
think I
right?
can make more money
Yeah,
than I am
The
now.
hilarious thing is that these people walk up to me in parking lots when they see me get out of my, 35-year-old car.
Also,
that
you're
barely
in a
runs.
work uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half the time
I'm
they come
cutting
up to me
pizzas.
in my
well,
grill.
you obviously have extra money to help me out. Yeah.
Anyways. That was really depressing.
We should get angry.
20
You
minutes.
guys want to get angry?
Well,
I
no.
thought we were still on the work topic.
No, we can save that last
I think-
work topic for later.
We have another work topic?
Yeah.
I don't... Oh.
Shenanigans.
That's kind of not that fun anyways.
It's pretty funny. Anyway. I can't think of another word other than anyway to transition now.
Anywho.
Shut the fuck up.
So,
Moving on.
moving on. Anthem has gone gold.
Has it really?
It has gone gold.
Okay, so all I've heard about Anthem in the past couple days is the demo.
Okay, so this is why we're going to get angry.
Are
EA, is it BioWare who makes Anthem?
Yes.
Okay, so BioWare, EA, they announce a demo. This is how they announced it, as a demo, and it's for pre-orders only.
Bethesda model.
Right. Nowhere in the advertisements for the demo do they say, hey, it's really more of a stress test and we're calling it a demo.
Okay.
So all these people buy the game early, expecting to play like a demo that is, when you think of demo, you think of more of a complete game.
Or more or less like the first level of
Right.
this.
Yeah.
A
So
taste.
what
A tease.
the demo that people got was a server nightmare stress test where the majority of people the first day couldn't even play it.
I know people are still having problems on the
Right,
Xbox.
people are still having problems. But the first day, the majority of people couldn't even load into the game. And if you're gonna charge people extra money to do something, you should at least kind of be honest with what it is. The misleading is such. It's just bad business tactics.
They're just following the Bethesda model, which is following the Blizzard model.
Well, this is something that EA does anyway. EA did this with both the Star Wars games,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
where it was like, oh, it's a demo, and then you play it, and you're like, this,
It's a buggy piece of shit.
yeah.
What you can't see is I've just been shaking my head this whole time.
Just call it a beta. Call it a stress test.
Yeah.
People will still spend the money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
People love spending on money.
I heard
spending
that the demo they were using was about 3 cycles old, also, or 3.
That
development
was their
cycles
excuse immediately.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's like a bunch of builds before
old. The
release.
current
Yeah.
one.
And then, wide-eyed, please believe us.
Then I had a very long conversation with a GameStop employee because of Anthem.
You alright there, buddy?
Is that
You gonna
tricky?
puke?
Choking on water.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you sure it's
Yeah.
If you need to puke, there's a bathroom.
I tried to swallow my water quietly, and I just choked on it.
Yep.
And now you've got
Causing,
more noise.
yeah, causing more noise.
Anyways, moving on to NATO's choking.
God.
Why did you have a very long... I hate conversing with GameStop employees. They're the worst customer service people in the world. They're just like, I'm going to talk
No,
to
they
this
just want to
person
be your best friend.
for 8 minutes.
Well, they also think
while there's 7 people in line all staring at you like, what the fuck are you doing? Just fucking ring him up and go on your way.
they think they're game experts.
Yes, they do.
They're the worst. I hate them.
But-
I hate them. I hate
so-
them. I hate them.
I was I was picking up my my receipt for my Kingdom Hearts pre-order because we were going to the midnight release.
Yeah.
And while I was waiting for him to figure out, like, what, you know, to get everything all situated, and he was like, I was like, oh, there's like a binder with like all the game releases this year, and I'm kind of flipping through. I'm like, I wonder if there's anything coming out. He's like, oh, there's Anthem. You need to pre-order Anthem. And I'm like, I heard it was really buggy. Well, yeah, but Anthem. It's Anthem. I'm like, yeah, I heard a lot of bad things so far about how the demo's going about from a few of one of my coworkers was complaining about it.
Well, you know,
but
one of our coworkers is
Has a
Mr. Hype.
Blissfully ignorant?
Like, I would have called you Mr. Hype Train, but you're not even as hype trainy as this guy.
Yeah, I know.
Blissful ignorance?
Blissful ignorance. Oh, this game made by this company that has a bad track record looks cool. I'm going to buy it.
It does look cool, but I don't trust it.
Yep. And then he was just going on about it, and I'm like, after a while of like him explaining everything as to Anthem and like what he did in the demo, and he's like, I'm like, I heard that a lot of people couldn't log in. Yeah, I couldn't log in the first day, but it's awesome when I finally got into it. I'm like, yeah, I heard it was this and that, and he's like, he talking, and then eventually after a while, I'm like, so did you get my receipt? He's like, oh, I haven't even started that yet.
Did you get my what?
He needed to print out my receipt and give me my little sticker so I can go pick up my game at 9 o'clock.
I thought we were still talking about our coworker.
No. He was going on and on about Anthem because I was flipping through a book while I was waiting for him to print out a receipt, right? And say, hey, have a good day. And after a while, I said, hey, where's my receipt? And he's like, oh, I haven't even started that yet. What's your phone number?
God, why?
and then you had to give the phone number 7 times?
No, this is a different guy. This is why I was trying to go to the manager, because or not the manager, but the supervisor there. He's actually he tries to talk to you, but he's kind of very straightforward and it's half the conversation than that other guy was. Oh my god.
Either way,
I like GameStop, but some of the employees are trying to be your best friend.
GameStop is the worst. I hate them.
And I'm a very antisocial
person. Fuck GameStop. They're on my shit list.
Yeah.
They've been on it forever.
Same. Are they on is it the same shit list of food establishments?
Yes.
Is it just the store shit list?
The Anna Slice shit list. They're on it.
The Anna Slice shit
They've
list.
been on it forever.
I gotta get a big
I just
whiteboard.
forgot about it.
Yeah, we need a whiteboard in your guys' house that's just the Anna Slice
Oh
shit
yeah,
list.
Mod Pizza's on it now.
Yeah, Mod kind of sidestepped into it last night.
Yeah, they didn't get into it with a very grandiose piece of shit. It was just like shit.
Little mistakes here
It was
and there.
like-
Eventually we picked
It
up.
was like when a chihuahua shits little nuggets all around your house.
Sounds like you guys just went to Mod Pizza and had a normal experience.
No, actually, I've been to
I've
Mod
never
Pizza,
had a bad experience at that Mod Pizza.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've gone there over a dozen times. This is my first time actually being upset at them.
Yeah.
The first time I went there, the music was way too loud. That was my only
Okay, look.
Calm down,
every time
Grandpa.
you're there, yeah.
No, like I had to shout, like from me to you, like, and we're just sitting on opposite ends of the couch, and we had to shout at each other, have a conversation. That's how it was originally, and then
That's
after
every time I've been there except the most recent time.
Oh no, well, because you don't go there as often I did.
Yeah.
But like after like 9 or 10 Yelp reviews I read is just like food's good, can't talk to anyone or have a conversation without yelling because the music's too loud. They finally turned down the music.
Yeah, they toned it down a little because it was a little bit ridiculous. Anyways.
Also, they were playing old music, then new pop, and then old music.
Yeah, they were really
and
weird
new
mixed
pop.
music last time, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, the reason they're on the shit list is because they can't figure out how to make a fucking pizza.
No, what it was is that we tell them what kind of pizza we wanted,
Right.
and then they're like, "Oh, custom, or you could just tell them one of their pre-done ones or whatever."
Okay.
Yeah, we just wanted some pre-done ones.
We wanted the pre-done ones. They're like, "I want the spicy one." They're like, "Cool, you just go to the register right now." We should have stood there and watched them.
We should have, yeah, because they made it completely wrong.
Both pizzas.
Both pizzas, and then forgot the buffalo sauce on the buffalo sauce pizza.
Sounds like you have some of the employees that work with us working there.
Yeah, well, I did describe the girl who made Tyler's Pizza as a mini one of our terrible employees.
All I know is that she liked really bouncing up and down for some particular customers there. She's like, "Oh my god,
It's true.
woo,
It was awful. She's like, "Oh my god, it's the customer that really likes garlic!
the garlic customer,
It's the garlic guy!"
customer!"
She like had to
While
stop
she's
every
wiggling
other
her
employee
arm.
in the restaurant and be like, "It's the garlic guy."
Can I be honest with you guys for a minute? If I was known as the garlic guy anywhere
You'd never
in the
know that.
world, I would kill myself. That's gonna be like the worst identity ever. Oh my god, it's the garlic guy. Are you talking about... Is he Van Helsing? Is that why he's the garlic guy? Is he fighting vampires?
I totally forgot about that part of like what happened. But anyways,
my God.
they just made us two actually not good pizzas.
Yeah.
And well, they weren't like bad enough for us to like take them back. They were just bad enough for us to go. This isn't very good.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. You guys weren't going to take them back anyway because that involves
talking to
interaction with people,
and also being upset at them, which we can't do.
Yeah. No. So we were at Mod because right next to Mod is GameStop.
Right. This was when we were picking up Kingdom Hearts 3 for Tyler.
It was like
nice segue. I was going to do that anyway.
So yeah, we were just picking up games. We were at GameStop and like the weeaboos were there.
Yeah. So that's
right.
what
Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes.
The weeaboos were there in force at 7 o'clock when I got off work. I got off of work. It's a 10-minute drive, or about 7-minute drive for me to over to GameStop, and there was already a group of weeaboos sitting there dressed up.
This is what was hilarious.
They were dressed up, and I pulled up, and I'm like, ugh, and they're like, oh my god, Kingdom Hearts! And I'm like, okay, I'm excited for the game. I am excited. I've been waiting years for this game, but I'm not that excited.
I'm not excited at all.
Because they were asking everyone that was going in, are you getting Kingdom Hearts? They were asking people going in and out of the building. And I kind of like, well, because someone asked. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh my god! And like, so excited. I'm like, all right, I'm going in the building. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Then I had my crappy transaction with the
Could you smell them from 10 feet away?
No.
Or were they actually, they had hygiene?
They were outside.
It was outside, and also I'm pretty sure I was reeking of work. So I was like, that was just
true.
One of those things.
It's true. Sweat and grease is a potent
yeah, so more or less, I go in there.
odor.
Go out, and they're still there, and then I'm like, okay, whatever. And then pick up Will, change, we go there, and we're like, where can we eat? We choose Mod.
Because it's right there.
Right there.
Because Chipotle's already on your shit list, and it's next door.
Did they get off our shit list? We went there twice, and they were decent.
They're halfway off the shit list.
Oh, okay.
Except for the fact that the employee there has asked if we're brothers twice.
Anyways, back onto topic. We can add on to that later. So, we're sitting there and eating, and, like, we get out, and we're like, oh, there's actually, like, about 30 people in line already, and like that.
No, it wasn't 30. I don't know how many people it was. It was a lot more than 30. It was...
Well, 30 when we walked out, and they were like, well, we're not going to wait in line because we're both antisocial, just people. We don't like people. We don't like crowds.
Sit in your car and watch the crowd go down, and I go, okay, that's...
We went and stood by the next to Will's car and just watched the line get bigger and bigger, and went in front of Mod and everything almost, and then...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then...
It was like a good 70-foot long line.
The weeaboos were out in force. They just kept on getting more and
What
more.
was hilarious is every single person in the line was like 30 years old.
Yes. For a Disney game,
For this kid's game.
And they were bringing their kids.
Well, I only saw like 3 kids the entire time.
I saw quite a few of them up in the beginning of the place. But we're sitting there and we're like, we don't want to get in line. We'll just wait until it starts. And then like they let the first like group in to the store. And then because they have to count, because they have building code and how many people are allowed in there or something. I don't know, something bullshit. So finally, after the line starts actually moving, we're like, all right, let's just get in line. And we walk up and get in line for a second. We wait in line for what? 5 minutes? Maybe 10?
Yeah, probably 10 minutes.
But in that course, the person in front of us just starts talking to us. And I'm just like, I don't want to talk to you, but I'm not going to be a dick and just ignore you.
He turns around and goes... And, like, some guy, like, walks into the store wearing some really ridiculous costume and saying some ridiculous...
And he was waving the game around, and the weavers are cheering, like, yay! He's like, I got it!
And then, so the guy in front of us in line turns around and looks at us, and he's, like, probably 30 years old. And at least he's not dressed up like a weeaboo, but he goes, some people have been waiting years for this game, and some people have been waiting years for this game.
So I said the same thing twice.
No, well, there's
just
years,
put emphasis on the
years.
Yeah, like, and we're like, ha ha ha, don't talk to us.
Yeah, ha ha ha, and then we talked. Also, small talk about something else.
There was the ginger Afro kid. Remember him? We're standing in line when we were the end of the line, and he was making his way back to his car after he got the game. And for some reason, he decided to make his way back to his car through the line.
Yep.
And he goes, "Excuse me."
Oh, yeah.
He says it in the squeakiest, highest pitched voice.
At this point, you're just making fun of people now.
Yes, I know.
Well, we are dick.
He was full weeaboo with like full on squeaky, high pitched, nasally voice. It was amazing.
Yep.
I have a nasally voice, and he put me to shame.
But
excuse me, I have a kingdom to save.
excuse you, it's the heart of all worlds, you dickhead. There's no kingdom. There's multiple worlds.
I thought there was a Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, friends.
I don't know. I don't do Kingdom Hearts.
Will's not going into the store.
No,
there's been
either.
So I finally go in, and ironically, I walk and this National Guard comes walking out, and like we make awkward eye contact. I'm like, hi, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, hi. And her mom was behind her. I'm like, hi, blah, blah's mom too. And she looks over to her and she's like, isn't that your boss? Kind of thing like that is what I kind of heard but then I walk into the store, and I think it's funny because in order to pick up the game, you go in there, you say, hey, I paid off the game. They give you reprint your receipt and put a sticker on it. And then, basically you here's my sticker. Cool, you got it for the PS4. Here's your copy. Get the fuck out. It's basically how they do it on game releases. Yeah. I wish they were like that every day.
Yes.
They're like...
I'd be happy with them then.
Yeah, there was 6 employees in there, just one person's just handing there's one person for the PS4s, one person for the Xboxes. The registered person said, I need a PS4, that guy handed them, and they handed it to you. They're shoving you out the door.
Yep.
And then there was one person at the door, and he counted as you left, and he counted people going in. They're very efficient on their releases. But, what's it called? I go in there, and they're like, they're like, does anyone have a receipt? And then then a bunch of people are like, what's that? And just 2 people, the supervisor just face palms is like, oh my god, you guys who don't have a receipt, just stand over on that wall. Who actually has a receipt? And they're like, well, I've been waiting in line for an hour. They're like, well, you're stupid. You were supposed to get a receipt and we could just hand you your game. Now you gotta wait until every single person who has their receipt already gets their game and you can sit there and watch. There's about 30 people just crammed in the corner of the store.
Crying?
Basically waiting. Like, why do we have to wait? This is stupid. I've been in line for so long. And I'm like, yeah, I came 2 hours early before I could be in line. And then I made a joke because they're like, people were like, who has a receipt? And eventually I just held up my receipt. I didn't know I caused I started something. So all the receipt people started doing that.
You caused a race war.
And so we're all sitting there holding up our receipts. And I formed a line. They started there's people in front of me who had receipts, and they just kind of stood and looked, and then they went behind me. So I got booted to the front of the line because I just started the line for receipts.
You're like, yes, I have one here. I'll show you.
And then I did the Hunger Games, the thing, and then someone tried to whistle it and didn't work out too well. And then they handed me my game, and I left.
So anyways, Tyler's a weeaboo.
Yeah. Minor weeaboo. Not as bad.
I do find it funny, though, that he booted up Kingdom Hearts 3 last night, which thankfully was a super short download.
Except for fucking Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, Spider-Man decided to stop Kingdom Hearts 3 download in the middle of it. Spider-Man was like, nope, I got an update.
No. So they had download Kingdom Hearts. They're like, oh, there's a day 1 patch.
Right.
And it got up to 85% of the day 1 patch.
And just stopped. And it was there for 10 minutes while I was doing dishes, and Tyler's just in there, waiting for it. And I'm like, go check your fucking notifications for the download manager and whatnot, because Tyler's new to the PS4.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's sitting there in the middle of downloading a patch for Spider-Man.
It was a DLC patch.
Had straight up stopped the patch for Kingdom Hearts.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so I walk over and I stop it, and it's like, oh, the patch is done. Done. You can start your game now. I'm like, God damn it!
But anyways, I find it really funny. Tyler starts it up and realizes, A, that there's a recap of the entire story. You just spent the last month replaying every Kingdom Hearts game.
And I watched a
Did you
YouTube
skip
video.
it or did you watch it all?
I watched it all.
He watched it all, which really annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah,
the narrator was a squeaky voiced piece of shit.
That's why I kind of watched it, because Will gave me the look. Because it's like, so our story was... It's like kind of like that squeaky voice, and Will kind of stops like, what is that? I'm like, oh, we're watching all of this. There's 7 parts of this.
Anyways, so he rewatches the entire recap that he doesn't even need, and then he starts it up, and immediately it starts up with a title screen of Kingdom Hearts 2.9. And Tyler's like, what?
It's just filler games, and on top of filler games, on top of filler games,
on top of filler games.
And then, funny thing is, about 2 hours, I put a good 2 hours into the opening part, and then then after that, it's like, Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm like, I already know this, you already showed me the opening already showed me Kingdom Hearts 3.
Like, you don't need to title screen me. I'm like, no, You just finished Kingdom Hearts 2.9. Now you're playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
I nearly threw my controller.
He realized I was right.
Yeah. Also, the opening is made by some Japanese singer and everything like that. And, like, it's playing and Will's like, oh, it's not that bad. Because he's used to because they...
Well, I'm just
she
happy
made
it
3
wasn't
openings.
the same goddamn song for the 90 millionth time.
So, yeah, every in-between game, they just use the previous opening song.
Oh, so it's
So
the same
Will's-
song for
So they made it for the
games.
first game, they remixed it for the second game, and then they reused it in some version of remixedness in every in-between game.
Yeah, they
And so I
remixed
listened, and they play at the beginning and the end. I heard it like a million times, because Tyler's been replaying it for the past month.
Yep.
So tired of that fucking song about
So-
being so fresh and so clean.
Yeah. So I'm booting it up, and the opening, Will's like, "Oh, great, I'm gonna hear the song." I'm like, "No, she did a new song." He's like, "Cool," and it's playing, and he's like, "Okay." And
It's
I'm
not
like,
bad.
I'm like, "It's not bad," and
It's
it's like
not
that. I'm
great
like,
either,
"Oh,
but it's
also
not bad."
Skrillex did some part of it. You know, Skrillex had some, and he's like, "What? What'd you say then?" It's
No, you said, oh, and here comes Skrillex, because it starts doing like electronic. I'm like, that's not Skrillex. There's no floppy drive sounds. Immediately starts making floppy drive sounds. And Tyler's like, yeah, no, actually, Skrillex did work on this. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
and you're like, "Oh, there it is."
Why is Skrillex just like, he makes floppy drive noises in his music? I don't understand.
It's for the people that are rolling on ecstasy. For
Yep.
whatever reason, it's like the best sound ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh my god, I'm a computer.
Sounds like personal experience, Daniel.
I've never taken ecstasy.
Oh.
So,
Good, you probably shouldn't.
probably not.
So that was a lot of talking about just Kingdom Hearts alone. Not even got into talking about playing the game. You guys were just making fun of it as
We're not
going
going to talk about it.
I
Okay,
know.
I just want to say,
Anyways,
why do they make the characters so annoying?
oh,
Because it's a
it's
kid's game.
Disney.
It's a kid's game. That's why I can't be interested in it. Is like, the dialogue is horrible. The writing is awful. The Disney part of it just feels shoehorned in.
Oh, I'm gonna be late for work.
Was a line that was said. Like, they're talking about something, and then the guy's, oh no, I'm gonna be late for work.
And then he just sprints away.
Yep.
Yep.
No, well, no, he says, how else are we gonna buy all those pretzels?
Well, no, we need money for the beach.
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah.
And those pretzels.
We need 4 now.
Be thinking ahead.
Wait, why do we need 4? I don't know. Anyway.
It's like a spot the difference game,
It's salty.
but
But
super
sweet.
easy.
Oh. I thought we were going with something else.
No, I said it's like a spot the difference game.
Anyways, was not beat down Kingdom Hearts
Anyways.
3 too much before I just stopped playing it because I'm so disappointed.
Alternatively, another big release happened
For me.
last week.
For
Not
me.
just for you, the internet's going crazy.
I love it.
I don't love it either.
The Resident Evil 2 remake.
Love it. Love it. I'm disappointed in myself that I get more excited for it. Like, I was so focused on beating all the Kingdom Hearts games, I just didn't get a chance to myself to get, like... Also, I went internet blackout on Kingdom Hearts 3 and Resident Evil 2, so I didn't see all... Like, I missed, 6 trailers from them. So,
It's
like...
kind of nice to do that, though, isn't it? Just to
It
be
is.
surprised by a good game.
Granted, because there was 2 times now from the 2 trailers I watched, I walk around and I'm like, oh, I know what's going to happen in this section. And then I was kind of disappointed. Like, when I went down to the dog kennel stuff, I'm like, there's 2 lickers here. I went and killed them immediately because I knew exactly where they were because of the demo. And then I'm like, a 3rd one spawns here, and I killed him also before he was able to touch me. So that's why I was kind of happy I blocked out the rest of the game.
But also,
The internet is, going crazy about the licker's ass.
yes, it is.
Yes.
That's the thing with the brain, right?
Yes. Yes.
I want to say
Also Mr. X.
Will went crazy for the licker's ass when we talked about the trailer
Yes.
Probably.
10
Yeah.
podcasts
Look
ago.
at his butt! Where's
Yeah.
his butt?
What? Yeah.
But what I was going to say is, you already know what the game is. You played the original one. I can't be that excited for the
Okay,
remake.
so-
Like, it's cool, yes, but I'm...
So they basically redid the beginning of they changed everything in between. They did the same puzzles, but they alternated it enough to make it feel new, but you have that nostalgia factor.
I think
still
it's
in it.
new because you haven't played it in, 15 years.
New,
Yeah, that too.
but same.
No,
Shut up,
no,
man.
shut up. No. But I'm excited. I played the first story through. Now I'm going through my second playthrough. Also, they're having free DLC from it, so I'm excited for that.
I love free day. Never mind.
Yep, shut up. Free DLC, which are 3 stories from 3 different characters from the games that are all new stories. So they're just... I feel like that they did really good on this one. But the Mr. X stuff I keep on showing you guys, I just love it. The internet keeps on popping one out every other day almost. And also, you pointed out, what's his face just came out of jail?
Oh yeah, DMX just came out of jail. Everyone's using the X Gonna Give It To You song as the...
Mr. X's surprise.
Yeah, like he pops up and then X Gonna Give It To You starts playing.
And he just
And
punches
he punches you. I saw a GIF the other day, and it was somebody walking around the table with Mr. X following them, and it was like me walking around, running away from my responsibilities. Yeah.
I can't figure that was something like that, but yeah. The internet's using a lot of them.
Yes.
But yeah.
I'm not that excited.
Why would you be?
Because he doesn't like horror games, remember?
I can't wait for the game that Will's actually excited about.
Crash Team Racing?
Yeah.
Correct.
Then he's going to talk about it, and I'm like, cool.
I know you are.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I won't care because I know you're excited too, and so it ruins the whole facade.
I never played Crash Team Racing except
Not
maybe
Crash
once.
Team Racing. See, I was talking about the game I'm actually excited for, not Crash Team Racing. Last of Us 2.
Oh. I completely forgot about that game, honestly.
Is that coming out this year?
They said so.
I think it is this year, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We'll see.
I don't know. Naughty Dog hasn't let me down yet.
Yeah. There's always
No,
time.
Naughty Dog's got a good track record.
But they could always let me down.
Yeah.
That's plenty of time.
Yeah.
So, should we end the podcast with a final topic?
Shenanigans?
No, not that one.
No?
That's really not that good of a story.
I think I'm still going to get stabbed next time I see
Yeah.
him. Also,
Oh my
I found the box with all of it. It's tucked under the desk.
Oh, revenge might be coming.
Your guys' house is making noises.
That was weird.
That was the cat, I think.
What is the cat doing? Anyways.
Anyways,
What's the final topic?
The final
it's
topic.
music related.
Oh.
Oh God, that.
What's your final topic, Will?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I wanted to talk about the fucking non-leveled stoves.
What?
Me and Will did a bit at work the other day and thought it would be good podcast material.
It probably isn't.
It probably is not. In the same vein of me having nachos, we were talking about frying tacos.
Okay.
Which I've done.
Okay.
Turns out it's very difficult to fry tacos.
It's fucking
I don't
hard
know
to
why.
fry tacos.
And everyone listening to this, all one person who's your mom is like, no, it's easy.
Well, my mom is very good at frying tacos.
Nice. You gonna have taco frying lessons or
So
something?
I get a text from my girlfriend on Sunday night that was, I tried to fry tacos, I made the smoke alarm go off, so I quit. Which got me and Will talking about how difficult it is to fry tacos. Also,
Every time I try to fry a taco shell, it turns into a ball.
why?
But if you vent the taco first, like if you vent the tortilla so it doesn't turn into a ball, then it just fills with grease.
Why is every oven in the world unlevel?
Because we rent.
Why can't
Someone
I
who
just have
installs
oil?
an oven, level it.
I want oil in my pan and I want it to be
Flat.
flat and coated the same amount throughout the... I don't want it all pooling up in one section of the pan.
Fucking stove I've ever used in a rental has been leaning back towards the wall.
See, mine leaned forward. That's interesting.
I hate it. It's the worst. Why? Why can't someone who's installing a stove just level it? It's like a step that takes no fucking time.
And
don't
what's
get
the
paid
deal
enough.
with airline food?
I really want to smack you so bad right now. It's just...
Anyways,
It feels like a weird
that's all we
comedic
really
bit
need to
that-
talk about.
It
And
was
the,
funnier the other night, for sure.
Yeah, it was.
In the moment.
And the prank thing, I really don't think it's that good of a topic either. The prank thing is just...
I'm a dick.
Cut Loose is sitting in the office, and Tyler had been collecting balls of paper all day and threw them at Cut Loose in the office, and she tried to stab him.
She
Shit.
literally almost went cut loose and cut me.
Yeah.
But then Nino took the whole blame for it, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, somehow,
Yeah.
because I was filming, I was the one that did
It's
it.
true, because it's all your fault. Always.
And then we proceeded just to drive the closing crew crazy.
We did. We all got off the same day that day, and then called the
Same
store.
day.
Yes. both thought we both
The
chimed in
same
on that
time
one.
is what he was trying to say.
We get it. I can't talk.
I know. And so we all
Yeah, but we
decided to
gotta
call the
remind you.
store at the same time and tie up every phone line and just hang up on them. And then they came out and tried to murder us. And ha ha ha, very funny.
You had to be there.
You really did. Because it's just not that funny to recount the tale.
It's okay. The trap has been set.
Yes. Yes.
That's all we have to say.
Yes.
And on that note,
All right. I'm gonna get a little loud here. My
Why?
apologies.
We've been a little loud the entire time.
My apologies.
oh, you're gonna go off about your music?
Yep.
We have neighbors.
I know. Can I just talk about the masterpiece that is Africa by Toto for a second?
No.
God.
It is such a complete
I
song.
said no.
May I talk to you about my Lord and Savior Africa by Toto?
It's a song. It's got
No.
perfect synth.
No.
The piano is nice. The vocals are good.
Oh my god.
The lyrics make no sense, but it doesn't matter.
God.
It's also in Africa.
Why did Weezer have to ruin it?
It was their cover is really bad.
Why did Weezer also have to ruin pretty much every hit song from the 80s?
Because they're a bad band and they want you to feel bad about liking them.
Why did Weezer cover Billie Jean? Michael Jackson is the king of pop. It doesn't get better than Michael Jackson. Stop it.
But money.
I'm talking to you, Weezer. It's called the Teal album. It's awful.
Money.
It is awful.
Money
Weezer.
talks.
Look, you know you made a bad album when people are like, wow, the Eurythmics song is better than this.
Weezer's just bad. Their singer is the worst.
Let's just talk like this, singing.
It's bad.
It's not okay. Do you know, if you're going to make a cover album of songs that are just covers, do songs that people have never heard. Or, like, completely change a song. Don't just do the song the same way, but worse. Because that's all it is. It's just like,
true.
It's like, hey, you remember that song from the 80s everyone liked? Let's do that, but let's not be as good as the original band.
Yeah.
It's like somebody on YouTube is trying to get popular, and so they just are doing covers of popular songs. But they're on YouTube, so they suck.
So
Right,
this is
but also the
Wonderwall.
people on YouTube also usually put their own spin on it,
Well, not always.
which makes it suck
Yeah.
real bad. But to be fair, they tried. Whereas Weezer didn't try. They literally just like, let's play this song. I like this song.
Hey, Weezer, you can name your album something that's not a color. You got the green album, the red album, the
Clearly-
white album, the teal album.
Clearly they
Is
can't.
that what's really what they do?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's just that's their theme.
Yeah, clearly they can't actually name it something that's not a color because that's all they've been able to name it.
I will give Weezer a little credit because they had that one music video with Kermit the Frog and the pig. What's her name?
Miss Piggy?
Miss Piggy.
Wow.
I forgot Miss Piggy's name.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's Miss Piggy, bitch!
Gonna punch you!
Anyways, fuck you, Weezer. Stop!
Talking about
Stop!
colors, I made an impulsive buy.
Oh god, why? Is this podcast ever gonna end?
I want to talk about what he's going to talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
Impulsively bought
We talked about it 2 podcasts ago.
about crayons,
The offensive crayons Tyler bought.
And he bought them.
and I bought them.
We have them.
Got 24 of them.
He hasn't even opened them.
Nope, they've been in the same exact spot basically this whole time. I don't know what to do with them now.
My favorite color is accusatory grape red. What is it?
Grape.
Grape.
It's accusatory grape bread. Or grape something like
It's
that.
just
I don't-
accusatory grape.
Oh yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
Accusatory.
Did I tell you they have holiday ones? Like Ho Ho Home Invasion?
Red.
Red. I can't remember. There's a lot of them. I liked NATO because he just loses his shit at work.
For whatever reason, I can't be as mad in real life as I am in front of the microphone.
You
And
get
it really ruined that Weezer bit.
What?
I could have been so much madder and funnier, but I wasn't.
Oh,
For being self-reflective.
good to know. All right, that's the end of this. I guess we're trailing off.
We're gonna take a week off. We're gonna recharge our gears. We'll be back next Tuesday.
Will we?
I don't know. Probably not. Now that I've said that.
Yep.
Do you have anything to add, Will?
NATO, you're taking your half after this delivery.
Don't say things like that. Will, do you have anything to add?
Don't think.
Okay, that's good enough. That's all the time we have today.
I may not be back for the next podcast. I might shoot myself. These people have driven me to the ends of my sanity.
The Inner Slice Podcast.
Bye!
Hey, it's Nato.
And Tyler
Reminding you to follow us on Twitter,
at Innislice Podcasts,
on Facebook,
at Innislice Official,
and to watch us on YouTube.
at Innislice.
Thanks to Anchor.fm, the In a Slice podcast is available wherever podcasts can be found.
Also, thank you to Kevin McLeod for our outro music, Bumming Out on Tremolo. He can be found on his website at incompetech.com.
Thanks for listening.
Pizza.